is kind of a preview for the camping video we're looking at doing a little bit later, whenever we can find the correct time to do it. This is what I'm going to take with me. This is the Longback British Bergan DPM backpack or rucksack. This is the older DPM camo. They make it in two versions: long back, short back. It's kind of based on your height. If you're under 5'7", they recommend the short back. If you're over 5'7", is the long back, and that's just more for the.
Is that the pattern or the bag?
The bag. The short back holds a little bit less, but the internal frame's a little bit shorter.
I know there's different DPM camos that UK used. The Soldier 93 and 95.
Yeah,
and
they didn't update the bags. They just finally updated the bags. You can occasionally find them, but you're going to be paying a ton of money, a ton of shipping out of the UK for their new OCP.
I mean, why fight it?
Yeah.
If this camo works good down here, it's that was tight. I didn't want to turn this into a camo thing, but here we are. The tight, skinny nature beats the American camo down here, if you ask me, as far as the traditional camos go. I think Flecktarn would probably work better, but this works just fine, and it's doable. I wouldn't pay $50 more to change the pattern, is what I'm saying.
No, it's more than 50, but that's because they're the updated Bergens. This has an internal aluminum frame. These are going to be more like your newer marine Philby backpacks and stuff with that external kind of plastic frame that gets you airflow through here. I mean, this is basically aluminum frame inside, and yeah, it's got grooves cut, but you're going to be, you take that off, you're going to be covered in sweat.
You're going to be covered in sweat either way.
Yeah, so. True. It has a waist strap, no sternum strap. If you can find it and you don't mind that funky Belgium yellow camo, the Belgium Bergan is basically the same as this. These, what they call rocket packs. There's two on each side. They do come out. So you can't take them off. If you get it, try to get the side pouches. These ones are original. A lot of them come with the new reproduction pouches. They zip on, no issue. The Belgium one...
Is there a difference between the repros and the originals?
Yeah, they don't have these extra clips. The originals are meant to go with a strap system to be strapped onto your back.
Okay, so, and the clips are like, if you detach it, you can use that as a separate bag, like a man purse or something?
No, it's to clip onto their Y harness system.
Okay.
Because you would, if these were with rockets, you'd want the rockets with you. You don't want this giant rucksack with you, probably.
So, I'm going to get a look at these clips.
They have two sets. These clip onto the bag.
Oh, so they're just like regular clips?
Yeah.
Okay.
But these do fit onto, there's a Y harness the Brits have that these clip onto. You zip one to the other, clip these on, so you would have the rockets with you, not carrying the heavy rucksack. Belgium one, these rocket sacks are up high, but the Brits mount them low. It includes a sternum strap, and the right shoulder has a quick disconnect.
But this one does not.
This one does not. This is an older one. This was issued basically right after the Falkland Wars when they started issuing these type.
There was one person following your post right now.
But the Belgian one's just as good. But like I said, it has that weird mustard yellow camo, and there's
it's ugly. It's like an ugly version of Australian camo.
But there's less
if
of them.
that's possible.
Yeah. There's also less of them. You can find these more often than you can the Belgian ones, just because the British Army is bigger than the Belgian.
What's the big giant thing down at the bottom here?
At the very bottom, just because it doesn't fit inside, this is a Czechoslovakian sleeve system.
Okay.
It's 3 pieces. We'll get into more detail when I fully unfold it. These are almost all off the... You're going to have to find these from like a private seller nowadays almost. There's almost none in
surplus sites, they're sort of
running
spoken
out.
for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it because it's 3 pieces. The pieces can be removable. It's a wool blanket, a linen sheet, and the outer, that's the water resistant layer. The linen sheet and the wool blanket can be pulled out of this and washed.
And it looks like it fits pretty good on this bag. So.
Yeah. But the whole thing is you can wash it without having to send the whole
just take the liner out.
Yeah. And that helps with washing. Like,
especially
you wash a sleeping bag, it's a nightmare.
If you're out and it rains and you're coated in mud, you're wrecked.
Yeah.
It's like sleeping in sandpaper forever after that until you wash it.
Yep. And this way, it's not like I have to send it up to dry for 3 days. It's literally throw it in the dryer because it's a sheet.
So how big is this bag?
The long backs with the rocket pouches hold, I've seen 100, 110 liters. Depending on the site you go to.
We're talking a lot of space.
The small backs are 90s. Just because it's a shorter pack.
90 is still big.
Yeah. This is the bag you carry with you and you can just live out of here.
And this one I'm looking at on the left, you're right, is the tent.
Yes, this is a teacup. It's a U.S. military tent. It doesn't close. It's good enough for me. It keeps it out of the main pouch, and that way this does take up all that space in the
And you've got like camp essential type stuff in the other one, right?
I have inflatable pillow, inflatable sleeping pad, small microfiber towel. I don't have a full size one. I don't think I need a full size one.
You don't need it.
I think also in here is some, we're in Florida, mosquito repellent. There is another bag in here, and that's the strap for it. Just got it conveniently put out. I got a boot kit in here to take care of boots, clean the boots, keep them hopefully dry. But yeah, it's just all camping stuff.
So once you're displaced, your tent's up and everything, you can unzip that and sort of throw it into the tent.
I can actually unzip both pouches because this is mainly collapsed onto the rocket pouch itself. I can drop this, and it will drop the tent, sleeping bag, sleeping roll. I can keep moving with this bag if I need to.
The other native pouch that's on the front here, the small one.
Yeah, this is not native. I added this. This has a Turkish military poncho in here, which we can pull out later, but it's in there nice and tight. Really don't want to have to re-wrap it. You can find them right now on surplus sites. It has a nice, one side's a good camo for down here. The other side, it's
pretty white. But
yeah, I think it's for their mountain troops maybe. The best I can
mountain/urban maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. And I think they messed up on the pattern because that's on the outside of some of the other stuff.
If you're off on the beach here though, it might work.
I think it's too much white.
Yeah.
But we'll show it.
It's a Brawley poncho. It's not small, let's put it that way. So a full-size big boy poncho fits in that middle pouch perfectly. And that's all that's in there. I mean, we kind of had to wrestle it to... He took it out and showed it to me before we started the video, and then we almost had to yell, "Hey, Kool-Aid," to get it back in.
I added this. This is from a 3V bag I have. It's a nice little molly pouch. It fits here. I got some just batteries. Headlamp. These are nice. I picked these up at Disney when I went.
What is it?
It's called a fuel rod. It's a rechargeable battery.
Oh, okay.
That you plug yourself in them. The nice thing is, like, you know, if you go to the place that has fuel rods, you can dump these off and they'll spit out a brand new one that's charged for you. Like I said.
So if we're in the swamp.
If we're in the swamp, we're screwed. We're recharging ourselves. But if you're near civilization, you can actually drop these off and they'll give you a charged one. I have the Mora knife.
Yeah, those are always nice.
They're really nice. I use this more for fine stuff. This is not my main...
I'll tell you what, this is where I know I have a problem. I keep finding Mora knives everywhere I look in the house, and I'm like, holy crap, I got like 12 of them, but I never see more than one at a time. You know?
These are very nice, and they're reasonable. For their quality, you can't beat the price.
Yeah.
It's like $20.
That's a separate review right there.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we could just blast a bunch of Mora knives out. And
then I got some cordage up here, some 550 cord.
Can never have too much of that.
Sunscreen, and spray-on bug repellent because, you know, Florida. This is batteries for Walker ear shooting muffs.
Okay.
If I ever had them in my bag. Because this is a USB rechargeable, so they will be recharged by the fuel rods.
Nice.
Yeah. And that all fits in here, and it's kind of stuff you might need to get to, but like you don't want to go digging in your bag for your headlamp and everything else.
Yeah. Agreed.
So the lid does have multiple pockets. Pack of earbuds. So here's what I'm talking about. Actually, here's a good idea.
Oh, God.
So the Turkish poncho does come with full sets of arm and leg gaiters.
Wow, that looks so white on this camera.
Yeah. So here is the outer layer. That's why I think these were kind of a mess up print. That should have been on.
I sure hope so.
This is the other side of that Turkish.
If it's not a mistake, I hope if Turkey ever invades us, they realize that they'll never survive because they have white on their gaiters.
Yeah.
And we'll find you. We will find you.
But they do have arm leg gaiters down here. Could be useful.
I mean, if it is pouring down rain, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but I think the poncho by itself is long enough, big enough to take care of most rain. I mean, this is more like I'm crossing a swamp and don't feel like putting mud boots on or anything else, or I don't have my mud boots on me, which is probably going to be more likely. And then
in a pinch,
they do have the arm ones, just for your lower arm that's not covered by the poncho. And it's the same thing. It's just the.
I mean,
that camo's on the outside, which I think I would rather have the
arm gaiters, man. I don't know, but hey, you got them. So
I got them. They're not bulky. It fits.
Like, can you imagine how bad you'd get made fun of if you like showed up with arm gaiters on?
If you're sitting in a pouring rain, you might as well put them on.
I guess. I'm just somehow I survived without even knowing that there was such a thing.
Okay. And those are pretty reasonable. I think the Turkish poncho is still like $20 now.
Yeah.
So
I love the surplus ponchos, man. And that felt legit too. Those Turkish ponchos feel solid.
Then inside, so this is what it would look brand new. There is another pouch in here. It is not connected to the inside pouch. Or the outer one. I just got some coffee in here. Some coffee creamer. Yeah, just in case I need more. And see, this was actually made in 2004, so it's probably one of the last of the DPNs where they switched over.
All right, so what's inside of this thing?
So inside is the main compartment. So expandable. I mean, I'm not full on this. This can go.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Like I think you said it in one stream you did with where do you want to look like the Roman centurion? The answer is yes. In here, butt wipes,
you can just paraphrase this, man, because we'll be here forever if you pull all this stuff out. It looks like there's a ton of crap in here.
Oh, yeah. Water filtration, toothbrush. This is a coffee grinder. I got a Dutch Whoopee.
Nice.
Right now.
What do you think of the Dutch Whoopee, by the way? Because they're pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, that's because they just switch camo patterns.
So, every bit as good as a regular Whoopee, would you say?
Seems nice enough. Like,
yeah.
Never really used one anyway.
I like Dutch gear, man. So I mean,
these are a Canteen just because I was waiting on the pouch for it. Down here, there's a couple of smaller like molly pouches, just to store gear and not have it fall to the bottom. Like I think one's got fire kit, one of those Epsom stoves.
So you just have some compartmentalized bags inside of it.
Compartmentalized bags in here, and then the very bottom of this is a small. Got on Amazon, good price. It's a small camp stool.
Okay.
Just because, well, the teacup, I love it.
If you're at the point where you're looking for a camp stool, you're at the point where like you're safe, you're somewhere, you're already set up and established. So
but
it's on the
also
bottom.
For the teacup, it's a very low profile tent. Like it comes up to my hip.
It looks like it'd be hard to get into.
It's not. You can get into it because the door is almost the whole height of the tent. But you're not going to just sit comfortably in it. You're going to be on the ground, hunched over. Just being able to sit down on a stool would be nice to take your shoes off, boots off of.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, this is a huge bag. Like if you can fill this up, you're probably not going to be able to pick it up and carry it.
Well, I mean, I definitely, without having
and then inside
messed around with one of these things, I feel like I know it a little more now after standing here.
Here is the frame. It's aluminum.
Yeah, open that up. Let's see. I mean, you don't have to pull it out or anything.
I'm not. But there is the frame.
That is a pretty good chunk of aluminum right there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Like I said, the Belgian one's going to be the same thing, internal. I think they're newer style. They switched more to like the marine Philby bag. It's got that external plasticky, hard plasticky frame. Just to try to get some airflow along the back.
Hard plasticky frame that never breaks.
That's what they switched to.
I see them broken all the time.
But yeah,
Surplus
and it's
stores.
got the. I mean, I might go back and spray some Flex Seal on this to re-waterify it, but put some more water sealant on. But it's kind of why I put the gaiters on top, give it a little bit of waterproofing.
Yeah, why not?
And then just close it up.
That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll go through and I'll pull some stuff out for this camping trip. Maybe we'll do another one. Sweet. All right, so that's about it, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
It fits everything you could possibly want. And more, I mean. And it's got even the big... So it has 2 adjustments on the shoulder straps. Loaderizers. And then it has huge grab handles for
Nice.
tightening. The load lifters aren't that big, but adjust that before you throw it on. And the waist belt, I mean, I'm a fat guy, so I can fit it on with almost all the way out. If you were in shape, you could easily fit this over even body armor if you were wearing...
I've never used those,
And
to be honest. They say it helps,
Yeah.
but I've never used them.
And it has one massive handle here and a couple here to help just pick the bag up.
But even doing McCress humps in the Marine Corps, I'd never used that belt. In fact, we weren't allowed to. We were forbidden.
I mean, look here. It was used by, I think, was it 5th Training Regiment? There's a lot of people that use it. So this probably survived who knows how many people.
Yeah, this thing had a full dance card. All right, man.
Yep.
We're at 16 minutes. I'm going to turn this thing off. And hopefully people learn something about this thing. There is a lot of room in this bag. That's all I got to say. I mean, my impression from seeing it now a little closer than when I saw it the one time before, I'm like, holy crap, man. There is a lot of volume in this bag. This is the kitchen sink bag, you know? And about how much you said this thing goes for?
70, 80 bucks, around there.
And that's a fraction of what a bag this size from a hiking store would cost. I mean, yeah, they're fancier and they're made out of some space age stuff, but
I think you can go. I know Vernastelica, I think is
Veristelica
has them, and this is similar to, I think the civilian version is called the Crusader Bergan, but
yeah, the price is right.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. All right,
like I said, the Belgian one's nice. It's just that mustard camo. I can't do it.
That's the least of your worries. That's a pack cover away. Would a pack cover even fit this thing though?
They do make them.
Nice.
You can get them. The Brits have the Bergan pack covers, so.
There we go. All right, I'm turning this off.
Yeah.
Here we go.